when you get him, Sawyer, you may not want him when you get him.
That's a fact, I'll tell you that. Well, Buzz Sawyer does have a match coming up, so we'll be going to the ring on that momentarily. But if I tell you what, Mike, do me a favor, see if you can get any word on him, because I have not seen Reed here today yet.
He's not here yet, but he's supposed to be here. I'm looking for him any minute now, but you know, with the planes and everything, who knows?
Yeah, good point, Mike. Thank you very much, Mike Jackson. And Sawyer closing in on Mike Starbuck. Starbuck is his opponent, and Sawyer is just exploding on this man. Brother, he is indeed exactly as I've said about this man. He is a mad dog. And Starbuck being smashed into that ring apron again. And Sawyer gone completely berserk. And a forearm across the chest on Starbuck. Starbuck has had absolute... And look at Sawyer. On him just like a dog fight. This is the thing about Sawyer. He punishes you on every inch of your body. Nothing he enjoys more than rubbing somebody's face in the mat. And he doesn't care how big or small they are. All he wants to do is punish people. And Starbuck in just a lot of trouble here, has not been able to now finally regains his feet only partially. Sawyer brings him up once again. And Sawyer drives a knee into the midsection of Mike Thompson, or Mike Starbuck, rather. Wow, there's that power slam. Brother, you talk about an explosive power slam. He has one. He has one indeed. He is as devastating a competitor as I have ever seen. And as I have said before, the personality of a mad dog. And it is Buzz Sawyer, the man who obviously has other...
Crazy. I want him to know. I don't care what happens. I don't care good Sully.
We'll be back now to professional wrestling. He's in the ring. Let's go to the ring. And he's going up against Korchenko. Korchenko, of course, from Russia. And I don't know how close he is to Ivan Koloff, but they are countrymen, I know that. Korchenko, a big, powerful man, but brother, did he get rocked that time by Reed? Reed exploding with some good old American right hands. And Korchenko may have thought he had things going his own way, but he just found out via a backdrop that he doesn't have things going his own way. Korchenko, who has to tip in at about, I'm going to say, 280 to 290. Big, powerful legs. The bullet-shaped head, and it's going to be difficult for Hacksaw Reed to get an effective headlock on this man because of that shaved skull. But there's plenty of other parts of the body to go for, and that's exactly what Hacksaw Butch Reed is doing. Good move by Korchenko, but Reed hung in there. And it is Korchenko coming back to his feet. Reed keeping the arm barred, and Korchenko gets him back into the ropes. And a forearm across the back on Reed, and Korchenko's massive size and power beginning to take its toll now on the Hacksaw. Butch Reed smashed into that turnbuckle. Korchenko catches Reed and staggers him. Reed trying to get it together, and Korchenko, this big Russian, beginning to move very effectively now. Reed caught. Reed explodes back. Reed catches him another left and another left. 4 lefts, and he wound up with a roundhouse right that time. Reed has him up. Full body slam on Korchenko. Reed going up on the ring ropes. Reed comes off. Beautiful shoulder block coming off the ropes. And wait a second. Wait a second. We're having to bring Buzz Sawyer under control again as Sawyer's trying to get the hex off Butch Reed. And it's Sawyer out there going berserk. And Reed is telling him to come on ahead. And we're going to have to get Sawyer out of here. We're going to have to get him under control. This man, and we got to stop Reed as well. Butch, please, Butch. We've got a serious problem here with this between Hacksaw Butch Reed, and we finally got them back under control. And all I can tell you is that when a Hacksaw Butch Reed apologized to me, I understand totally and completely, as I have ever seen. See them crossing in front of our camp. The ring. Extremely powerful men, and charging the ring, going after Randy Barber and Dale Veasey. The minute they hit the ring, referee Scrappy McGowan trying to get them back into their corners, and if we can't get underway with this match, an Australian tag team event. One fall with a 10-minute time limit. The two Moondogs at about 260 apiece, between 260 and 270. So you've got a combined weight there of nearly, between 520 and 550 pounds in those two men alone. Now, Dale Veasey on the far side, as you can see, and as we mentioned before, has won many titles in weightlifting competitions, been an outstanding athlete, has a good combination of good muscular coordination and strength. His partner, Randy Barber, we've seen many times here on World Championship Wrestling. He is a very fast young competitor. And so the Moondogs still haven't gotten back into their corners. And referee Scrappy McGowan trying to reason with them at this point. And one would assume, too, that knowing J.J. Dillon as well as I do, that he has a game plan slated for them. And he misses that time as Veasey slips away. Veasey, a quick offense by Dale Veasey. Wow, as Veasey charged, the Moondog had that knee right into his chest. Veasey back to his feet. And it was the Moondog catching him, coming off that second ring rope. And Veasey would be well served here to tag up, because he had the wind taken from his sails in a hurry. Veasey having his problems now. The Moondogs have a practice of tagging in and out with great regularity. Veasey staggered and driven to the turnbuckles once again. I was and it's Veasey who has taken the brunt now of the Moondog's punishment. Moondogs tag up once again, and Veasey Veasey really needs to get over and tag up with Randy Barber. Veasey, elbow into the chest and the abdomen, and that is the Moondog firing back. We have obviously a very, very fine group of folks here today at the Television Sports Arena. Nice to have them aboard, and they're certainly seeing some outstanding competition thus far. Veasey, arm whipped into the far side. Veasey caught him coming in that time, lashed out with a boot. Another one that drives the Moondog backward. Veasey trying to get it together using that foot very effectively. But look at the strength of these Moondogs. Veasey ducks to one side, makes the tag, and Randy Barber moves in. And Barber, an all-out offense to begin with. A couple of hard right hands to the midsection. Barber tried to set him for a backdrop. Made a mistake there as the Moondog. And that's the thing about these Moondogs. Mentally, they are very agile indeed. And they are keeping well on top of things. In fact, they're ahead of things. And that, of course... there's a right forearm into the midsection of Barber. And you've got to watch this one, Moondog. He's got a radical left wing. When he gets you with that left forearm, you're in a lot of trouble. Barber back to the canvas again. As I said, an Australian tag team match. One fall, 10-minute time limit.
Come on, Randy. Get it, boy. Come on, Randy, come on.
You can hear Dale Veasey shouting encouragement to Randy Barber. And I'm sure Veasey would power slam. Did not allow the pin. Had the man, but did not allow the pin.
Get out, come on, Randy, come on.
All right, it's the Moondog. And they double team on Barber. Not that they really needed to, but I think it's just part of their makeup. They seize and take advantage of every opportunity possible. And are very, very difficult to control. Barely staying within the realm of the rules and regulations, and sometimes bending those pretty severely. The Moondog catches Barber in the pit of the stomach again, and so the Moondogs, who have had Barber pinned on 3 different occasions, just continue to punish this man. They've made the tag from the backbreaker. Wow. Caught Barber coming off the ropes. A count of 3. Wrestling Spectacular will take place at the Omni this coming Thursday night, the 25th of November. And this man...
I tell you what, we're talking about Thanksgiving night. We're talking about street fights. We're talking about cage matches. We're talking about driving Buzz Sawyer mad. I'm talking about Reed, and I'm talking about Rich, and I'm talking about the Army Thanksgiving night tonight in Cincinnati. Columbus cage match. I can't wait.
Ring, and in just a moment we'll be seeing the Russian Bear, Ivan Koloff, in that ring as a competitor.
You see, they don't like it either, these American people. But Paul Orndorff, I've got you what I want you. I'm going to take the national belt away from you. And this is the reason why. I'm a better wrestler, a smarter wrestler. You're going to see that.
A better and a smarter wrestler, according to Ivan Koloff. Well, we'll find out. He's going up against a young fellow with a master's degree, I might add, young Mike Jackson. And, brother, you talk about a fellow who can move. Mike Jackson is the man, and he has done just exactly that. A quick side headlock, a good shoulder smash by Jackson coming off the rope. Jackson again. And as Koloff tried to upend him, it was Jackson. Now, there's where Koloff's superior weight paid off for him in strength. But, wow, belly-to-back suplex by Ivan Koloff, the Russian Bear. Koloff, who has a definite superiority complex, uses the back of the elbow very effectively. And rest assured that high backdrop by Koloff. There you see Paul Orndorff, national heavyweight champion, and of course he is watching with a great deal of interest. Orndorff is just such a tremendously conditioned athlete. He will do things in workouts as a matter of routine that I'm sure most people would have to spend months just trying to develop. And he just does them as a matter of routine. Jackson caught that time. And you see Orndorff well back from the ring. And Koloff concentrating on Mike Jackson. Jackson fires to the midsection. Koloff, semi-rabbit punch just under the ear and the side of the neck. Jackson, as I've said before, very swift. Gives away a lot of weight every time he steps in the ring, but I admire this man. He has great courage, great perseverance, and tremendous wrestling skills. Jackson charges, catches Koloff on that far, and he glances one off the top of the head, one to the side of the head just over the ear. And Koloff may be having some problems here as Jackson goes to the air. Jackson in a good flying head scissors. Jackson with a good drop kick. And Koloff has some problems. Jackson went to charge, and that time Koloff ducked to one side. Jackson tied up in those ring ropes, and Koloff drops a boot. And it is Koloff has Jackson up against those ring ropes. Arm whipped him in, and as he did, it's Koloff keeping him tied in the ropes. The referee calling for the break. And Orndorff just saying, you know, get him back off the ropes. And wait a minute, we've got a problem here as Orndorff up on that ring apron. And Koloff misses on Jackson, and Jackson catches him. A good drop kick that puts Koloff outside the ring. Ivan Koloff outside the ring. Wait a minute, what's he doing with that knee? What's he done to that?
No! Right there, Gordon, I tell you, I don't know. But I just saw him. I think he put something in that thing because I got hit with it once and it knocked me out like my lights went out, Gordon. There's something.
Wait a second. Paul Orndorff has just charged into the ring after Ivan Koloff. Jackson stunned and driven out by that knee by the Russian Bear. And it is Paul Orndorff. We've got to get some order restored here. We've got to go to the college scoreboard. We're going to the college scoreboard. Buzz Sawyer in action in the ring. He's going up against Rick Benefield.
You're not just going to see me in action, Mr. Soley. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to beat the man. I'm going to embarrass the man. Maybe he won't get back up, huh?
Well, obviously a somewhat momentarily subdued Buzz Sawyer, but I have to feel like Mr. Sawyer that he is many times the eye of the hurricane. And he's moving into the ring at this time, and it's Sawyer moving out against Rick Benefield. One fall, 10-minute time limit, Benefield. And Sawyer just closes in on him. And this is the thing about Sawyer is he is just, brother, you talk about bottled anger. This man is just, his entire being is one of burning anger. Benefield caught again a high knee lift that put him back to the canvas, and Sawyer delights in doing exactly what he says, embarrassing a man, humiliating him, and in addition to that, just totally destroying him in competition. Makes you wonder sometimes. Here's a man who early on in life had a great amateur background, a great amateur career, went on to the Nationals in Iowa, and whether it is the years of pain, the years of self-sacrifice that he's put up with or what, but certainly he has developed an unusual and I must say somewhat twisted personality. And Benefield has had no chance whatsoever. Sawyer has just completely dominated the situation. Sawyer has a full power slam, has him down. There's the count of 3, and it is all over for... wait a second. Wait a minute. Sawyer now continues to punish Benefield. Had the count of 3. Now repeatedly using those elbows, and the bell ringing, the referee Scrappy McGowan. And Sawyer continues to humiliate and punish this man. And this is the thing about Sawyer. He made the statement, and it was certainly not even a veiled threat. And Sawyer now hurdling the referee to one side. Wait a second. Hacksaw Butch Reed and Tommy Wildfire Rich just hit the ring, and Sawyer left.
People out there, there's no love lost between none of those men and myself. And whenever I get the opportunity, whenever I can beg them to be and to come where I'm at, that's when satisfaction is going to take its place.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Justice Reed calls himself. And now Paul Orndorff sticks his nose in my mat. You see what happened to you? You got a couple cracked ribs. Well, I'm going to crack your neck. I'm going to take the national title away from you. I told you a long time ago, Paul Orndorff, I was after you, and I was after the national title. And I intend on taking it away from you. I don't care what accusation, how many fines they put on Koloff. You just try to suspend me. I know your laws. I know your rules. And you talk about justice. You talk about all sticking together. Well, we can stick together also. And you're going to find it, whether we're on tour or right here in Atlanta, any place. I don't care. I'm going to be looking out for Mad Dog Sawyer's back, Ole Anderson's back, and myself on national title.
Yes, all right, Mr. Koloff.
Listen, everybody talking about Bruce Reed. Bruce Reed with those great big muscles. Bruce Reed with the big chest, the big shoulders. Bruce Reed able to pick up guys that weigh 300 pounds. I'll tell you this, Bruce Reed. As great as you think you are, as great as the people think you aren't great until you've come against somebody who is great. And I'm talking about me. Bruce Reed, you get in the ring, I'll get in the ring, and then we'll see. Whoever wins that match, that will then determine somebody who truly is great. Bruce Reed, you don't even have any idea what it's like, because up to now, you haven't really been hurt. You have to have somebody like me twisting that arm, twisting that back.
Reed, that's all I ever hear.
All right, I'm a little leery about this right now.